Okay, I have some recording software. I am going to attempt to record uh, the first exercise. So I am in the VDI environment. I'm going to open SAS. This is the SAS that I like to use. Immediately you get some stuff in the log. We can clear the log if you want. There, cleared out the log. Now this is the editor. This is where you type programs. So what you are to do to start with is type in create a data set using the weight and height and a calculated body mass. So a data step in SAS always starts with the word data. Oops, I spelled that wrong. And I'm naming the data set body mass. Weight equals 150. These are the names of the variables that are going to be in the data set. And 68, and I'm assigning them values. And BMI equals this formula. So get that typed in, and then your data step ends with run. Okay, so then you've got your program here. You can hit the little running man, and that will submit your program. And you can see this is the log where the data set body mass work.body mass has one observation and 3 variables. So when you have data sets in the work library, which you can look at over here, here's your libraries, here's work, and there's body mass. This data set will go away when I close the SAS session. Data sets in the work library are temporary. Okay, so we did that. View the data set and find the value that was calculated for BMI. So you just want to open up this data set. You just double click it. It opens up. You can see the 3 columns and the values. So then we're asked to put a comment in there. So we'll just put a comment. You can use asterisks, but I like to use the slash and an asterisk because it just really delineates comments. Comments go between asterisk and I'm just going to say go here. There we go. Okay. So we put the comment in. Oops. Gotta type that correctly. BMI equals 22.804 whatever. Okay. And that's how you get a comment in here, and anything in between those will not impact your code at all. I'm going to make this just a little bit bigger. There we go. There is an output window, and not every step you run in SAS will put anything in the output. So there's nothing to screen print there, but you certainly always want to include the log. And this is the program that we're working on. So you can, click on these to get to where you want. So I am going to change these variables because I think that was the next step. Oh, we want to view properties. Okay, another thing you can do, looks like I should close this first. Close that, and you can select that, right click, and go to properties, and it will show you some information about your data set. This is what the assignment is asking for: column name, the type, and the length. So you can get that there. There's another way to get it too. You could also do a proc contents. And you hit run. Procs is short for procedure. SAS has a lot of different procedures. This one I actually use a lot. If I don't want to rerun this code, I can just highlight the code that I want to run, and then I can also right click and hit submit selection if I prefer, or I can still click the little running man and it'll run just the code I have selected. So this is some properties information. There's the type and length and the variable names. And now we have SAS output. It doesn't put anything in this window yet, but you do have results viewer here. So that's your some output. And then the next one is choose different values for the variables, weight, and height in your program and add a proc print to the data set. So we just want to, let's say this is 250 and the person's a bit shorter. So let's see what that gets us. So it ran again. I had the proc contents in there, so it ran that again. But let's check the log. Yep, it ran that again. Let's go back to the data set, and now we have a new BMI with the new values of the variables as well. It will, as long as I didn't have the data set open, SAS will overwrite data sets that are named the same. Now we all are to do a proc print. Go back to the program. We'll go down here. Data equals body mass. Run. Okay, and then we can hit the little running man. And there we go. Right, this is still here because it was in my output from before. Now it added the contents of the data set. We printed the contents of the data set. So that's right there. So that is the first one. I am going to stop it here and see if my recording actually worked.